Here at verse 21 of the 3rd chapter of the Gospel of John, we have Jesus reaching the conclusion of this conversation that he's been having with the religious leader Nicodemus. Nicodemus had, of course, come wondering how it is that Jesus had performed the miracles and knowing that he must be some sort of messenger from God. Jesus cuts right to the chase, making the point that there must be a radical transformation, a new birth, as it were, a birth from the top. Tracing through that logic, he reaches the conclusion that's before us here. In verse 20, he indicated that people who are devoid of that new birth, that don't have that kind of renovation, are, of course, in the situation something like those Israelites in the Old Testament who had been bitten by a serpent. They were already infected, they were already dying, and unless they looked to the elevated serpent on the pole that Moses erected, they were certainly going to die. It took an act of looking by faith, not renovating their lives, not a great moral transformation that they conjured up out of their own efforts, but simply looking in faith, and that was going to effect the change. Jesus draws the parallel, saying that he will be lifted up, and that those who look in faith to him are going to have such a renovation. Those who fail to do so are in love with darkness. They're not going to come to the light. They hate the light because their deeds remain evil. But continuing and concluding the thought, he now says in verse 21, ho poion. Poieo is the word to do or to make. Here it means to do. It's a participle being used with the definite article. So it's the doing, tain aletheon, the doing the truth one. The postpositive da there can be either but or and. Here it's a kind of a soft conjunction. But the doing the truth one, the one who does the truth, erkatai, third person singular from ekormai, I come, the one who does the truth, comes pros to phos. Pros, of course, used in connection with verbs that imply movement or action. So he come to the light, or come to the toward the light. Those who don't do good things are repulsed by the light. They love the darkness. But those who do truth love the light, hina, in order that phanerothe, the subjunctive, of course, follows from hina, third person singular, in order that it may be revealed, it may be made known, phanereo, to make known or to manifest, in order that it might be made known, autu, of them, put up front. Normally, autu would go behind erga, but here to add emphasis to it, in order that of him, ta works, the works of him might be made known. The person who does that which is true comes to the light precisely so that the character of those works are going to be made known, namely that in God, esten ergos mena, that they are being worked. From ergao, to work, is the idea. So the overall sense of this is those who are doing the truth are drawn to the light precisely so that the life that they're living can be revealed, because those works are in God being worked. The use of the word hoti here can go either way, and commentators divide. Is it saying because in God, so that they are being drawn to God precisely because these works are being done in God? Or is the sense that they're coming in order that their works might be revealed, namely that they are being performed by the energy of God? It could go either way. Either one, of course, makes sense in the context, and there's only a subtle difference between the two senses, and so either one will apply. But the point of all of it is simply to say that, based on what Jesus said earlier, those who have undergone a new birth are drawn to the light, their lives change, their works change, and they seek the light precisely to have it exposed that the life they are living is in fact consonant with the righteousness of God.